Hello, my name is Mr. David, and I'm a music educator and performer. I'm classically trained in voice and in piano. I have a bachelor's degree in music. I taught music and chorus for 3 years at a public school and 1 year at a private school. And despite this, I have a lack of education in music pedagogy. This is an area that's very vulnerable to me, and I really wanted to delve deep into it today. So typically when I teach music, I tend to teach other students in the same way that I was taught.
This is a quarter note, this is a half note, this is a whole note. E, G, B, D, F, all cows eat grass. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Bach is boring. Mozart is marvelous. Beethoven is bae. And Stravinsky is...
So that's what I was taught. I wanted to pass that on. But as a self-critic, I kind of think, are they really getting this? Ethan Hine, a lecturer at New York University and Montclair State University, said,
In music education, we do a thing where we start with the smallest components of music. We start with what is a quarter note, what is a C, what is a D, but those are not actually the simplest components of music, right? It would be like starting chemistry class at the level like electrons. In chemistry class, you start with like water and air. So with these familiar substances that are actually compound, right? And then over time you get into, well, water is actually hydrogen and oxygen is a bunch of protons and a bunch of neutrons. And I feel like the way the pop musicians and the way that I learned is you learn actual songs and then only much later do you decompose them into their smallest constituent parts. Because it takes some sophistication to be able to do that.
Close quote.
and when I heard that, I was like, I've been doing this all wrong. I've been teaching stuff like, this is a quarter note, and kids are like, great, this is a quarter note. What does this have to do with the Billie Eilish song that I heard that was totally awesome? So there's that. And then there's this other issue about cultural diversity. See, we educators, we teach a whole bunch of different students that come from so many different cultural backgrounds. You think about the average kid, are they listening to Mozart? Are they listening to Beethoven? Probably not. More than likely, they're probably listening to music that is more suited to their cultural background, aka music that their friends and family listen to. So as a music educator, teaching classical music or traditional Western art music is probably going to be completely irrelevant to them unless I make a direct connection between the two differing genres. Plus, it would be close-minded of me as an educator to give ear to one sort of genre of music, but not another. So now we're at this question of, where is the balance? Do I keep on keeping on with classical music, ditch Western music altogether, and go straight up to being a popaholic?
Teach the students how to write a song on manuscript paper. Do I teach them how to make a mixtape? I don't even know how to make a mixtape.
What do I do?
Well, I'm still trying to figure that out, but I think it's important for me to point out the need for constant professional development. Music education is in danger of what I call fossilization. We're in danger of being stuck in our ways. And that's bad. That's really bad. Because if you think about it, the mainstream music industry is very dynamic and very diverse, and it is increasing and changing at a very rapid rate. In the meantime, music education is relatively staying about the same where it is. Here's the music industry, and here's music education. So if we as music educators are going to be able to maintain our livelihood, if we're going to be able to keep our jobs, if we're going to be able to keep having students so that we can have jobs and not get our programs cut, we've got to up our game, people. If we're going to keep up, we have to keep learning and growing as educators. A good friend of mine in college once told me that his voice teacher said, don't ever take voice lessons from a voice teacher that is not currently taking voice lessons themselves. And I kind of raised an eyebrow at that at first, but after this course, now I'm kind of seeing the point. In conclusion, I don't know exactly where the balance is between the two, but I would advise you to keep on learning, keep growing, and sharpening your skills as music educators. And that's all I have to say about that.